Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the Plexi Tier channel. This time we're going to be, my friend here, Anthony the Boss Man, we're going to be reacting to the new gameplay trailer that LakeFepard put out yesterday on his game. It's a level called Pacific Abyss. What a cool name that is, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, so it's going to be like at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, I assume?
I don't know if there's Pacific Ocean on their planet. I actually have no clue why it's called Pacific. Maybe it's just a similar thing. Yeah. But yeah, let's just get. First of all, I already watched this video, but Anthony has not. And let me just say, the music in this level is, oh my gosh,
they kill it as the first and second game.
I assume so. Why would they change the producers? Yeah. Like that's like getting rid of your Xbox controller for like Wii remote.
I did that. That's like the smart idea.
What? Okay, I'll stop. Alright, wait for my thing to load, because my internet isn't that good. I'll just cut this part out of the video.
Oh, dude, Persona 5 Royale has like, there's like so much good music.
Oh yeah, I know. Persona 5 Royale, yeah, so we gotta do that tier list.
Oh yeah, they added a bunch. Dude, the flipping, oh yeah, we'll have to do it sometime. But,
alright, you ready? I got it at 0-0.
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Listen to that music, bro.
Ooh. It's like...
It looks like a city landscape. Like a mixture between Apocalypse Dresser and Technoria City.
Yeah. I'm wondering why it's called Pacific Abyss then.
Yeah, me too. I know there aren't, like... I already said the lore for this in the timeline video, but they're not on planet Earth.
Yeah, they're on...
But like, it looks like it's Sunset. It looks like they're on Sunset. Yeah, it's a place called Luna, which is, I think, the moon of Earth. And they terraformed it using, Metadre and the other company I can't remember.
I think in the trailer you can actually see they have that you can like see the Earth when he's in space.
Yeah, no. So that's why I'm like, I don't know why it's called Pacific. Also, another thing, this level you're constantly going downward, which is pretty interesting to think. Is this where Spark is infiltrating a base, like a secret base of the main antagonist?
Yeah,
that's what I assume.
It is Abyss, so it's probably going to be going like down with the level. Yeah.
And there's a lot of steel stuff here. Like the city is below you. Maybe he's going towards the city, like the enemy's capital.
It's also interesting to see the mechanics of the game now that we have like.
Oh yeah, the mechanics are already polished. I played the demo. The mechanics are like the most polished 3D platform mechanics I've ever felt. Like they're better than I had in time, and I love that game's physics.
What about Sonic 06? Like I mean.
Oh my gosh. Let's not start. Let's not start.
Lyrics.
I also like how he utilizes the fall damage effect in this game. If you don't know, there's fall damage in Spark 3, which I was not expecting, but it makes sense because, you know, Spark is still a creature. He doesn't have iron legs.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of fall damage.
Listen to that guitar. I already want to download it, even though I know it hasn't even been released. Like, jeez, man, I can't. If this is how good this song is, imagine all the other tracks.
Is there a release date for it yet?
Huh?
Release date for it yet?
I don't think he does. Although he did say it's coming to Switch and Xbox and all consoles, which I am happy for because that means other people get to play it, and that means it could actually become a big series if you know it does well. Which I have no doubt in my mind it will do well because I mean, look at this game.
Yeah, Switch release is like pretty big, and then Xbox as well.
One thing I am noticing is this looks like a mix. Like this area right here, it looks like Speed Highway kinda. If you know Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure 1. I don't know where he's running on one, because I know the city is below him. So is this just like the spear? It looks like a base.
Hey,
or is he in the city right now?
That he took big inspiration.
Look at that motion. Yeah, he takes big inspiration from Sonic. And
yeah, you said he
probably
took Spark 2. I think you said he took big inspiration from Sonic Adventure. I'm wondering.
Sonic Adventure 2, because of the screen. Yeah. Maybe just the Sonic Adventure games.
I'm wondering what he took inspiration for mainly.
Gosh, that shot looks so gorgeous. Probably just improving on the second game because the second game, while it was a really good game, it was like
it had problems.
Yeah, it had problems that he was really concerned about. For instance, the parry mechanic in that game really overpowered. So in this game, when you parry, you can't move. Like you have to stand still when parrying, which makes it way less overpowered and makes it actually a combat tool instead of a speedrunning tool like most people used it. Another improvement to this game, Spark actually goes slower than Fark in the second game, which is actually a good thing because you can still get up to that type of speed if you know what you're doing, but it doesn't feel like he's slipping all over the place. And he feels more like a character in this game, if that makes sense. Like he feels like I'm controlling an actual creature instead of just a bicycle that's going at Mach speed. Ooh, now this area. This reminds me of that effect. So what's going on here is when you touch those red things, it gives you a little like hazy effect, like blood red, and it looks like you're in a cyanide state. And I think he stole this mechanic, not stole, but I think this mechanic is actually inspired from Star Shore from Sonic before the sequel. If you don't know, in that level, if you touch certain objects, the stage will go all dreary and it'll look really weird, and it'll be harder to traverse because, you know, everything looks so weird and glitchy. So that looks like a main obstacle of this level, which is actually in the trailer. If you notice, when he's fighting those enemies that towards the end of the goal, he has this jury effect on screen. So I don't know if this is the same level or if it's just that jury effect is the next level you go into after you make it to the bottom of this abyss.
I can't believe LakeFepard stole from Sonic before the sequel.
Yeah, it's like he's almost taking inspiration from his own games.
Oh.
Seriously though, LakeFepard is an amazing game designer. I can't believe he went from 2D to 3D so effortlessly.
Notice that he improved the models. Like,
oh yeah, the graphic style of this game is so good.
Oh
man.
yeah.
My brother was talking about how he's actually jealous because he's like, how did he make this game look so good?
I think I still prefer the.
Oh, he almost died there.
I still prefer the.
I like the cel shaded look.
For the 2D style from the first game, I think, but
the pixel art. I mean, he had to go to 3D because you know he gotta get that Sonic feel.
Yeah.
I wonder what those bubbles are. Are those like projections? Are those enemies? I'm really confused because they make Spark mess up. I also like the general bubble feel you have in this. Like you fall through those little things that look like they're bubble. Like, you know when you blow a bubble wand and it does that little blur effect. It looks like he's falling into those. Speaking of blur, I noticed the motion blur in the background is new when you're going really fast. That's not in the demo, so that's a cool effect.
Wondering if you'll be able to like control multiple characters, like maybe like.
I know. I'm really excited for that new sword girl.
Yeah. Probably.
I don't know what her name is.
Wondering if like we'll be able to like control them. Like we can play as her, play as maybe Fark.
Oh, Fark is the main antagonist in this game. Just so you know.
Like, I mean, with what we know from Spark 2, I feel like Fark is like the real protagonist.
I don't think so. I think Spark is coming back to reclaim his throne. Also, I noticed a little bit of not a trend, but like a parallel. In Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic was on the run from the gun, the government organization, and in this game, Spark is on the run from the organization Fark Force, or the FF. So hey, that's pretty funny.
Like, no, because like we know that
that city is massive. Jeez.
Because we know that Fark is like working to take down Clarity.
Oh wait. Okay, you saw that? That was the Fark Force symbol, right there.
Oh yeah.
You saw it, right? That was literally This is a base.
So,
This is definitely him infiltrating. He's definitely infiltrating like the headquarters or something.
With all the robots, could it be that like Clarity has maybe taken over this base, or is also infiltrating it?
Maybe he's trying to get there before she does, which would be interesting. Maybe that's what those things are. They're Clarity, like that, because that face looks familiar inside the little bubble. It could be Clarity hacking into or corrupting any like small technologies. I don't know. Programming. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know why it would affect I don't know why it would affect an organic creature like Spark.
So
he's a formie. He's not a robot.
No,
oh, you can see those arrow signs below that were all red on the city below. This is definitely something sus is up here.
I'm thinking that maybe the Fark Force and Spark are going to be working sort of separately to take down Clarity.
Stop Clarity. Yeah, that's what I think's gonna happen. They're gonna come together at the end.
Yeah, something like that.
One thing that I love about this game is that the levels are actually long. Like, it feels like you're actually going into the base. Like, I don't know why, but I'm so tired of platformers having like 3-minute levels. But this level takes him 9 minutes to complete, which I love. Not because I like filler or anything, but because it feels epic, and it makes you seem more dire in the situation. It's like you have to survive and get to the end. I don't know. It's just a personal preference of mine.
Definitely.
Also, this is the area. Like I said, this place looks like Technoria City, but like corrupted. Another thing I noticed is someone pointed out in my comment section that that little scene in the trailer that he released yesterday that showed the red robot with that blue girl. Apparently, that was Clarity and Freon, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about that before. And apparently, I had a theory that the new antagonist is like. Go.
I did notice that the robot was Freon because it looked like the sort of like version of him from the end of Spark the Electric Jester.
Oh my gosh, that grinding section looks so fire. Oh my gosh.
Straight down.
He's just going down into the abyss, bro. This is actually sick. Spark is on a mission, bro. He is not playing. He's coming out for blood.
Just that the robot from the trailer looked like
and then he gets inside the base. This looks like the base. Jeez, he didn't use any new combat weapons or anything, probably because he doesn't want to spoil us. But that was an amazing gameplay trailer. One thing, what are you most excited for in the new game? Because like for me, it's got to be the story and the stages. Because like I don't know why. LakeFepard makes some of the best stages, has some of the most inventive ideas for stages in a platformer ever. And I saw that plane level, the plane where, like, the level where you're in the sky inside of a giant carrier airplane. That level is gonna be fire.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested for the story and definitely the music too.
Oh yeah, I forgot the music from that trailer. You can already tell, and I already listened to the music in Termina Village and the other places. The soundtrack is gonna be a banger as always, and I think it's gonna be even more because one of my biggest gripes with Spark 2 is that it's pretty short soundtrack. Like there's only I think like maybe 13 songs. No, not 13. There's the 13 levels plus some of the boss themes, so like about 20 songs in the game. While the first Spark game had like 40. But yeah, the soundtrack in this game is already sounding like amazing.
It's interesting. Interesting who the villain's gonna be. With the.
All right. Well, that was an interesting. Conclusion to come to. Well, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, as I plan on making a lot more Spark the Electric Jester content in the future. I thought you were doing that as a joke. I thought you did that as a joke and you were trying to be funny.
No. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, I'm wondering if the robot with the white hair is gonna be like Flint and maybe like Clarity combined, or maybe Freon.
No, I think it's Fark. I think it's like Fark made a new robot, just like Freon did, or maybe. But Fark doesn't need to make a new body because he was pretty overpowered in Spark 2.
I don't know. I don't think Fark could be the villain, like, or at least like a bad villain.
It's maybe like Spark is rogue, so it's gonna be like, yeah, because like Fark is probably panicking because Clarity scares him a lot, and Spark is kind of like, you know what, I'm not gonna let our world be taken over because of a paranoid robot. So it's like they're both the antagonists. Well, no, the true antagonist is Clarity, but they're like gonna be both kind of anti-heroes. I don't know. I'm really excited for that new girl because she looks like a potentially really important character in the story. I also noticed the Japanese aesthetics that are in this game. Like if you notice in the trailer, there's a lot of Japanese-inspired character designs and motifs, such as that robot, the giant mech that they were patrolling, which I forgot it was the name of. It's something called Star. Let me go to that section of the video. I can't wait to use vehicles in it. It's called the Stratosphere, the Mark II Stratosphere, and as you can see, they're both piloting
Mark
it.
II,
and
so then what's Mark 1?
And they look like Japanese-inspired mechs. Very funny. But yeah, that was our analysis of the new gameplay from Spark 2. I mean, from Spark 3. Oops. I cannot wait to play this game. It looks amazing. Like, Pacific Abyss, if that's just like one of the worst levels in the game, which I don't assume it is, we're in for a treat because, oh man, that presentation was absolutely insane.